All right, everybody, welcome to the BarberPro presents Think Like a Barber podcast. So I'm Pedro Harris, down here in Virginia Beach. Everybody introduce yourself, everybody at the table. Glad to have everybody here.
I'm Kevin Jackson, originally from Chicago. Pretty much I'm a Virginian now, so.
Yeah, you've been here. Oh, what is it? Over how?
About over 20 years now.
20 years?
Yeah.
Where stop calling out the other state, the other city.
No.
You're from
Barber, because those were my humble beginnings, man. I can't take that out without the shies, no care.
All right, okay. I'm from Northern Virginia.
Take care like a shot. Can't take a shot.
What we got over there at the end of the table? Let everybody know who you are.
My name is Vasilio. I'm from Aguadilla, Puerto Rico.
Hey man, put that in English.
I'm from Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
Puerto Rico. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Nice to have you here, man.
Thank you.
All right, who we got right here?
Yeah, my name is Noel. Originally from San Juan, Puerto Rico.
All right.
Been in Virginia for just about 4 years now.
Okay, that's what's up, man. All right, nice to have y'all here on the panel, of course. Think like a barber. Think like a barber. So obviously all of us here are barbers. That's what we have in common. What we're going to do on this podcast, we're going to help motivate some people, especially some up-and-coming barbers. We're going to help to educate them, with their thinking. A lot of what we... a lot of times we think that it's all about getting behind the chair and cutting hair, but not realizing it's an all-around thought process. It's a career that barbers are building. So from this panel, what this podcast is going to do is going to help up-and-coming barbers, but especially ones who really want to learn something, because we got some think they already know everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Think they already know everything, but and they could be succeeding, which kind of makes them really think that they know everything, but they might just be winning for a moment, until something else happens. And we don't take away from them, but this is for ones who really want to soak up the barber game. This is for ones who really want to be educated and who want to really build a career for themselves. So that's what this podcast is for. Let me ask you though. I know Kevin has a question for you. Yeah, I'm in my mouth. All right, so let me ask you something. Tell me what some of the responses were from people when you told them that you wanted to become a barber. It's not the same like when you tell, hey, dad, hey, mom, hey, I like to go to college because I want to be a doctor. Yeah. But when you break the news like, hey, your wife, your spouse, girlfriend, your parents, I want to be a barber. What kind of reaction? Anybody can go first.
I feel like, well, for me, most people, not most people, but some people don't take it serious as far as a career. Yeah. So like when you say, oh, I want to be a barber, they be like, why? Like, that's just like a side job. Like, that's not your career. That's just like a hobby. You know what I mean? So for me, I had support, but they didn't think that it's like an actual career. You know what I mean? They knew it was a job, but they didn't feel like, oh, like you can do that for a long time and you're gonna enjoy it, and you should still go to school while you cutting hair. Still go to school so then you can finish school and get a real job. That's how they don't consider it like a real job.
Right. Yeah. That's what we hear. Yeah. We hear a lot of that.
For me, definitely, when I told, some people that I wanted to be, especially the younger people, you had the people that said, oh, they make good money. Then you had the people that said, oh, that's just cutting hair. But when you really get into it and, you dissect it, the meaning of a barber, man, it's so many words and terms for just a barber that you would be like the average person would be like, there's no way. There's no way. So barber is definitely a industry, a career that is very well overlooked. So
yeah. Well, my story is a little bit more interesting because I kind of played it close to my chest. I told maybe like 3 people in my whole life, and it was kind of strategic. I already had a career. I was in the Navy, but I just remember why I got into it. Like, I used to be an art geek, and that never left. And going to the barbershop, I used to be like, dang, man, wow, I would love to do that. And I ended up telling like 3 of my friends, not all at the same time. And when I told them, they pretty much was like, So I already knew the people I told, that was good money. I really didn't get no feedback other than they know me, so they just knew anything I do, I'm going to go all in. So that was good. I got a positive kind of, sometimes just people just saying, it's better than somebody just speaking their fears on you, which a lot of people are kind of, they're kind of quick to do.
Yeah.
Shooting stuff down.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, so
I agree.
I think with me, I had already been cutting hair since I was 14 years old. You know, one of my friends had me. He cut my hair. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna have you cut my hair today. You know, when you come over here." So I cut his hair. But you know, back then we was wearing bowls, so I mean that was a bowl. So. It wasn't no blending involved.
But it was fresh though.
You know, it was fresh. You know, you turn the clippers over, do the edge up with the clippers. You know, we ain't had no trimmers, so you know, I'm not ancient. You know, but I'm talking about something, you know, dealing back in the day, and
different.
You know, those are my early beginnings with the clippers. But I remember when I was incarcerated, which we probably talk about that sometime later on down the road. Everybody's background, you know. Right. But when I was incarcerated, I remember I wanted to either do barbering or do bookkeeping. You know, you never thought about it. You didn't think.
Why is that?
No, my fault. It wasn't bookkeeping. It was a paralegal.
Oh, okay.
It was paralegal. I was going to do barbering or paralegal, and then I remember I needed the money to take the paralegal class, and
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I needed that money for that class, and it was a correspondence course.
That's how they see it, like it's a side gig while you go to school. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm talking about the paralegal. So the paralegal. So what happened was I couldn't get the bread for it. Mm-hmm. You know. So but at the particular prison that I was at, they were offering barbering. Okay. And so I was like, so that helped by me not getting that money for paralegal. That helped me make my mind up about what I was going to be doing. You know, and so that's you know, but it obviously it ended up being the right choice with all the opportunities that. Is gained for me and for people that are affiliated with me that know me. So yeah, man. And but just to, I mean, y'all chime in too. It's just the thing that the way people look at barbering though. Mm-hmm. You know, the mindsets of folks when they, you know, a lot of people don't hold barbering in high regard. Yeah. You know, like you were just saying, Vasilio. So it's like you're grabbing onto a career that you're stepping down. You know, a lot of careers when you accept a certain career, it's like, oh yeah, he's stepping up.
He's on a good move. Yeah.
Oh, he's stepping up. You going to college. He's like it's a step up.
Yeah.
But when you say barbering, it's like it sounds like
why?
Oh, he stepped down.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like that's what it seems like until you see that successful barber. You know, until you see that successful barber, and I know it's a lot of people out that are going to be listening to this podcast that are probably in limbo, wondering like what do they want to do, you know, and they might even consider the opinions of others.
Yeah.
Now, what we're going to be talking about in this podcast, maybe not this episode, but everybody's not going to be successful.
It's not for everybody, just like anything else in life.
Everybody's not going to be successful. For some people, it will be a step down, but probably it'll be a step down based on your own habits.
Barbering is what you make out of it. Just like your life. You know what I mean? It's whatever you want it to be. Yeah. Either you want to work towards it and be successful at it or you don't.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just this. I mean, it can be for anybody. Yeah. But it's like you said, it's what you put in. Mm-hmm. It's what you put into it. Noel, man, when you got with me, man, how old were you?
I was when I first started like barber school, I was 16 going on 17. Yeah.
Youngster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a journey, man. You know, I mean, I definitely can say for one, it was a major blessing in my life, you know, considering the fact that I was just 16, you know, trying to find my way. You know, I was sacrificing a lot of my personal time as far as, you know, being a kid, being a teenager, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to parties. You know, I wasn't hanging out with my friends after school. You know, the thing that I really found myself doing the most was working. Mm-hmm. And it had my mom thinking, like, what is he doing coming home at 1 a.m? She would question me, you know, what are you doing? And I would tell her, I'm out here trying to make a life for myself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She would take it for granted. She would say, oh, he's probably out there doing, you know, stuff he's... Mm-hmm. But now, when my parents look at me, they're like, I'm thankful for you know, what you did, for living, you know, the life that you lived, and all those sacrifices, because, you know, if there's one thing that my pops told me, he told me take pride in what you do, and anything that it is, no matter how small or big, because the reward at the end will forever be grateful.
That's right. I mean, it's some older people need to hang on to that advice right there. You know, for real, some arrogant
people that think they know.
I ain't gonna say nothing else, but
say it. You got to, man.
Yeah, so it's just some folks that need to be reminded, you know, of that. What you got, Kev? I know you got 10 minutes for us.
No,
got a whole book.
Not at all. You know, one thing that my father told me, that it's always in season. No matter what I'm doing, no matter where I'm at. He said, always look, listen, and learn. Yeah. Because you can learn from anyone, even a fool.
Absolutely.
And I've applied that to every phase or stage of my life. You know, so barbering wasn't no different. And I understand a lot more things now that I am a barber, and I've been doing it 11 years, than before, when I was just a fan. Everybody is a product of their experiences, good or bad. Yeah. And some people prematurely judge things based off the look, glimpse, or the picture that they seen. Mm-hmm. But if they was around, like, or they opened up their mind to see, like, more, it's a lot of people that are barbers that are really doing amazing things.
Yeah.
Like, it's beyond being behind the chair.
Right.
Absolutely.
And me, like, I'm 11 years in. You almost close to 20, right?
I don't know how many years I'm in.
But I'm just saying, though, like,
I'm 30. I'm a youngster, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I've been cutting since 14, 40. I'm over 30 years. Yeah.
Well, over 30 years.
Yeah.
So I know.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna feel this, right?
Yeah.
So me being 11 years in, it's not even about cutting anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's really about all the other things, like building rapport with someone, building relationships.
That's what it's about.
Just trying to be impactful in somebody's life.
Like,
I'm providing a service that has a impact or a ripple.
What I always say is, we're not just cutting hair, like, we're changing lives, and we really are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's way more to it, like you said.
Yeah.
Man, we were just talking about it. It's somebody we're gonna have on the podcast coming up soon. Yeah, we probably talk about it again with him, but when he comes up here, I mean, you know, just the fact that we can have people in our chair, you know, so we're providing a quality service.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, we gotta make sure that they leave looking like something. They headed to the most important events in their life.
Yeah,
you know, it might be a wedding. Mm-hmm. You know, I didn't got people ready for a wedding the morning of. Hey, let me tighten that up for you.
Exactly.
You know, let me get you straight. You know, those pictures that they took, I was in them pictures.
Exactly. That's your
I was
work.
in them.
Yeah.
I was in my face wasn't, but that haircut was.
Yeah.
I was in those pictures. You know, unfortunately, funerals. You know, and then we got the anniversaries. You know, the birth of children. You know, all these different graduations. Yeah. You know, all these things that, you know, these people, they come and they get their haircuts, and we're part of those most important events of their life.
I got something to add if it's cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just me, but I know like if you have a client and they're talking about I got a birthday coming up or pictures or something, a wedding, we all know that if they post it on social media, you're not looking at the wedding or the event. You're looking at the haircut. Yeah. You're zooming in to make sure they make sure. Oh my God, is this good? You know what I'm saying? That's what you look. You looking for your mistakes.
That's your work. That's your art. That's what Kev was talking about earlier. It's the art. Yeah.
For me, I just be thinking about, like, I can see myself in the chair as I'm doing the work. It's almost sometimes it becomes an out of body experience.
Yeah.
I got to make sure at the end of this thing what I pay for it too.
True.
You know what I mean? These are things that keep me locked in. Would I pay for this? Before I hand them the mirror, would I pay for this? One of my early lessons, and it was humbling. I remember my first time in the shop, and it was the name of the shop. Well, I ain't gonna say the name.
You don't say the name.
I ain't gonna say the name.
We don't say that.
The name gonna stay.
We're gonna keep some names down in this podcast.
I ain't gonna drop no names, but I'm gonna continue to describe the experience.
Okay, that's right. Let's go.
Okay, so this is my first time up. I'm in a shop. Actually, the shop I always wanted to be in. Like, so I'm in the shop, and they say, "Kev, you ready?" And I get him in a chair. I drape him. Look, I'm fresh out of school, so I'm doing everything by the book.
Yeah.
How I'm popping the cake.
Exactly.
Grabbing my neck strip. Bam.
Perfect.
Yeah, everything. The consultation. I'm really listening for the details, what they wanted. He was like, I want a one all over. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So I'm like, okay.
That's
Take that with pride, though.
Guess what, though?
The training wheels right there is
great.
I knew I was about to knock this out the park. I was doing one all overs in school.
Okay.
So, long story short, I do the one all over. I'm feeling very proud. I edge him up. Everything is good. And it was this older barber that was there, or a more seasoned veteran. He said, wait a minute. Kev, you ain't done with that cut. I'm like, what do you mean? I give him that look like, what do you mean? What do you mean I ain't done with this cut? He only asked for was the one all over. He said, Kev, ain't nobody gonna pay for nothing they can do at home. It blew me away because I've done a lot of these one all overs.
Yeah.
But that's when I knew new level, new devils, like new adjustments.
Absolutely.
It wasn't that it was bad, but it was not good enough for where I was at.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what? He wasn't like trying to get on me. He just had to give me instruction or show me this is what it need to look like. Right. So he took that same clipper that I did that one all over, did a few little things, and said, Kev, that's how it's supposed to look. Like he polished it. I didn't even know how to polish a number one.
How do you polish a one?
I'm just saying.
Tell us the secret.
He just made it look clean.
That's the reason why it wasn't nothing I could do. Like I literally just had to just shut up and watch this veteran show me what I need to be doing.
Yeah.
And I was open to it. I didn't take offense to it, but it was humbling.
That's good.
But it let me know from then on out, stay humble.
Yeah.
So
but now look at what you're doing.
Doing ones all over.
See, the torch is passed to you.
Yeah.
See, now you're doing the same thing for folks.
The next time you get a one,
that's what's up.
You know, what are you thinking? Do you think of that each time you get like a even all over?
Because that was
polish it up.
That was a profound.
Getting them more even all over. I wish I had one.
Yeah. They very rarely have.
Very rare.
But I still remember that experience that stays with me.
I mean, I got a guy that gets a half all over.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
I had a one all over today. As a matter of fact, at 8:15, first one in the morning.
It's rare, man, but they're out there. You know what I'm saying? They're out there.
People still getting what they get. It's just something though. You know, just going back to it. The way that society or the way that people look at barbers in general, and we can't speak for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, we just saying. I remember cutting somebody's hair, and he questioned like, "How much money do I make?" You know, he said, "You just a barber."
Ooh, I get on my toes, boy.
I mean, I was in my mind. I'm like, you don't remember? I'm a barbershop owner too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you adding all this up, but you don't have to be a barbershop owner.
Exactly. I was just thinking,
you can be a barber, and then I was looking at what he. I'm not gonna say what he did, but I already know the numbers to hit.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna tell you something. Mm-hmm. I said earlier I wanted to go to school for it.
Yeah.
That's what he was.
Yeah.
So, and I know about how much they make. So I'm like, all right, so I swallowed that.
Yeah.
And then the next week I went on and let him know a little something. And then now he think I got all the money, which I don't. But it's like, but it's just that
they softened up.
But what happened was, when you think about it, it just shows you a perception.
Yeah.
So what he did was out of innocence.
Yeah.
All he did was just
look from the outside.
Gave voice to a perception that other people have, and he had it.
That's
as
his
well.
opinion. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, that's what he thought.
Yeah.
You know, and until you educated on something, you just gonna think something. Yeah. You know, and that's what he thought. But we're gonna talk about it. You know, sometime in one of the future episodes, we're gonna talk about why some people look at us like that.
Yep.
You know, now we know about the history of barbering.
Absolutely.
We know where it came from.
Yep.
But then we're gonna look at the state of it today. Like okay, how is it now? Remember, we were dignified people in history. you know, with the barber pole and the different things that were made to really, you know, barbers stood with kings, you know, and so forth. But now look at it. You know,
it's not as respected.
It's not as respected. That's right.
And
so those are some of the things we're gonna talk about. Like, and that's why we're doing this podcast. Think like a barber. Yeah. You know, because we want to elevate the thinking of some people who really want to do something with this barbering career. The ones who don't see the value in, okay, let them just keep doing what they're doing.
That's fine. You can't help. You don't want to be helped.
Right. But then when certain customers come to you and they kind of look down on you, or they look at your whole program and you look sloppy.
Yeah.
You just get what you get then. Yeah. You just want to say something.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, basically, you know, honestly, my personal opinion, the reason why certain people look at barbering as just cutting hair is because, I mean, they're not going to get the education that we get. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to get that education of, hey, look, you know, barbering, you know, we were surgeons, we were therapists, you know, we were dentists. You know, they're not going to get that. Like, no average person who has never picked up a pair of clippers is going to say, oh, yeah, let me look up the history of a barber before I go get my haircut. Yeah. Like, they're gonna be like, nah, like, you know, like, it's not really, you know, it's not worth my time. I just want to get my haircut.
It's a lot of, like, DIY. Like, you got people, I think I can do it myself, so it must not be that important.
It should, yeah.
Like, working on a car. Mechanics are a legit job, but everybody wants to, like,
they make bank.
Yeah. But people think, I can just do it myself. It's not that serious.
Yeah, we can play doctor on ourselves, though,
too. Like, exactly.
But when we go to that doctor, we know we're getting the real.
Yeah, exactly. You know, professional.
Yeah.
What you got, Ken?
But on the same vein, though, right? Like cosmetologists, like they do hair, and they are light years above. Like their perception, it's way better than ours.
I agree.
And they got it. Look, it's no way you can do hair without a license.
Right.
Okay. Almost to the point of even like some of it's like braiding, whatever. Yeah, I mean you can braid. I don't think you need one, but it's just we're at the bottom of the totem pole. When it comes to like the beauty industry,
it's like we did it to ourselves though.
I don't feel that way.
Not us.
I know everybody on this panel don't feel that way.
Right.
But the general consensus is like,
I got you.
Barber.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
And it's weird. Like it's strange.
Yeah.
But just to speak to your point, you're right. It's a lot of folks that just go off perception or stereotypes. They Google. Everybody got Google.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do that. But that's why the onus is on us. Like, we the tip of the spear.
Yeah.
One interaction with us may change not just their perspective, but next time they having conversation or talking, oh, what barber you go to? They might speak differently because they learned something.
So I got a question.
And don't forget, you got your question that you're gonna ask.
Oh yeah.
Because see, we got one thing we're gonna do. We got to make and don't forget your question. But what we got to do is, I've heard a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of podcasts. Not knocking any of them. Right? But I just want to make sure with this podcast,
stay on top.
Think Like a Barber.
Yeah.
BarberPro presents. BarberPro presents. Think Like a Barber.
Yep.
That whoever's listening leaves with something of value.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This isn't about just it's not about entertainment. It's not about fluff. But I want them to leave with something. If we can just make one point concise, that a person can leave with a value. Anybody that's listening, we got to make sure we do that. I just want to make sure we do that.
Yeah.
So, my question is, a lot of people, like, you know, the average person, they think, oh, you know, barbers don't make that much money, or they're just, you know, they just cut hair. So my question is, for the people that actually were interested in even just actually getting into the industry, what do you think their motivation, like, for even seeking, it's just hair cutting? Like, I'm just curious, because a lot of people might say, you know, it's just hair cutting, but for me, it's, you know, my personal opinion on why I got into it, you know, it's my personal opinion, but like for everybody else, I've always wondered, what was your motive? Like, what made you say, I want to do that?
I want to be a barber.
Yeah, like I want to know what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it was I was around it all the time. Yeah. Growing up, man, that's all us guys knew. You know, it's barbershop. Hey, you want to talk about something? Go to the barbershop.
Yeah. The community, right? Actually, yeah. That's what you said about Puerto Rico. You said what?
That's like no in Puerto Rico. Either you're a boxer, you play baseball,
facts.
You do music, or you cut hair.
Facts,
like,
facts, man. And the barbering industry in Puerto Rico right now, they're crazy out there, man. Like they're rocking.
I know, yeah.
I think that one thing that go ahead, Kev. Go ahead, man. I go behind.
No. Go ahead. Let the synergy just flow.
All right.
He started.
So what I was thinking that a lot of times okay. So just so everybody Pamela knows. But okay, so I teach. I'm a barber instructor. All right, so got a school, barber school. Okay, so one of the first things that I hear students say when they come in, one of the first things I hear them say is they want to be their own boss.
Yeah.
They want to get into it so that they can be their own boss. I don't want to answer to anybody.
I feel that.
But they don't understand they like to answer to a lot more people.
Yeah, exactly.
As you get into it. But I don't want to answer to anybody. I want to be my own boss. And so when you think about some of the motivation for some others is maybe the freedom.
Yeah, financial freedom and stuff.
But sometimes the freedom can be to your detriment though. If you're not disciplined.
Absolutely.
That's the only problem. Now if a person comes in and they utilize that freedom and they become more and more they're disciplined into where they can really build and establish a career out of it.
Man.
Oh, they're winning.
Absolutely.
But as for me, I saw the earlier days when I had to work 2 jobs. I did barbering and I did something else. The something else had different names to it too.
Yeah.
While I was building barbering.
Yeah.
Legal, the only thing like it wasn't. But
we ain't judging.
We just.
but it had different names to it. But it was until I came to the point where I built up enough clientele to where barbering could hold me on its own. And then I had too much clientele. Then you get to the point where it's like be careful about the things that you complain about. Because now you got people hitting your phone and it's too many people. Yeah.
They say be careful with
you double booking. You at one point you was hoping that you could double book. How it would feel to double book, but now you double booking and it's stressful. Mm-hmm. So of course you got the apps now that people do it on. But yeah, so it's just different perspectives on it. As long as people don't get into it where it's like a hustle. Because people that get into it where it's like a hustle, they really treat it like it's a hustle.
And they don't ever succeed in this industry.
Get
ever
drained out.
Yeah.
Ever, bro.
Yeah. They don't, yeah. So, what you got, Kel? I know you got something.
Oh, man, I just be listening, man. It's just good stuff. It's just really good to, have this open discussion and really get into it. I really can't speak to what... Everybody has different motivations. Some is just the money. Some is, like you said, they just want to be their own boss. They want freedom. And, for me, personally, I just want to be impactful. My upbringing, and we're going to get into a lot of that in depth later and other stuff, but wow, all I wanted to do was make something of myself and be successful. But you can't not be successful following somebody else's pattern. It's no cookie cutter approach to certain things.
Yeah.
So barbering for me, after being 11 years in the Navy, was looked at as something that I felt like, that's just me. I can see myself being successful in it. Funny thing is, it was really blind faith. I didn't really know how much barbers really made.
Yep. Yeah.
I know they got compensated.
Yeah.
I didn't know how well they got compensated.
Yeah.
I really looked at this thing with a childlike curiosity.
Okay.
But I knew, because the way I'm wired, when I go into something, I'm all in.
Yeah.
I threw myself in it. I could have bombed. It didn't matter. I just knew that I had to see what it was going to be. And that was my personal.
You trusted the process.
I really did. I came in it like clay.
Yeah.
For me personally, what some people, and you've been in this 30 years, so you've been around a multitude of different people. For me, I was just wanted to be in the culture. And it blew my mind once I got in the culture, how much stuff I saw.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I didn't let the negative things discourage me. I decided I'm gonna be my own person, like I've been all my life. Because they need to see my version of this.
Yeah.
Proudly.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's right.
What you got, Vasilio? I get carried away because I'm passionate about this stuff.
I ain't gonna lie, I forgot the question, bro.
Just
yeah.
What is some of the motivation for people getting into this
for like
from your perspective?
From
that's how it is.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how it is.
Yeah.
You got that was his wife probably. I saw him looking at his watch.
Yeah.
Hey, you forgot the question. Look,
You be alright.
I start thinking like,
get home.
What the?
You know what I'm
I
saying?
got lost in the
in the sauce, man.
yeah, man.
So yeah,
I thought I went already. Nah.
You're good, man.
So like my motivation. I got 2 kids. I got kids.
that's it right there.
That's yeah.
That's
Everything I do is
That's
for
it.
them. So
That's good too.
anything I've ever
I'm
done is
rolling,
been
I'm rolling
for
with
them.
that one too.
Yeah,
For me.
that's-
Yeah,
I don't even got kids.
That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
But it's but if it's not them, it's gonna be you.
Yeah.
Because you gotta eat, right?
Yep, somebody
'Cause I ain't never seen nobody just like, man, you gotta eat.
Even a homeless person gonna find a way to eat.
They gotta hustle somehow. Yeah.
So in a way, it's really not the motivation thing, because motivation is temporary. It's really the whys is what we're getting to.
Yeah.
Why a person chooses this over that.
What drives your heart
Yeah,
too?
what drives you? Because whys carry more weight than motivation.
I agree.
You can be motivated today to work out.
Yeah.
And then when it's time to work out, be like, man,
Hey man, I can agree with that one.
I pick it up tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a light one.
But when you're determined, like you was determined, y'all have tangible reasons why this gotta work.
Yeah.
Like, I can't fail.
Yeah.
And that changes everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The hustling to me is like, that's like, wait, it ain't enough, because once you don't meet your quota or your money or whatever it is, you're like,
Yeah. And some people, it just gets to the point where some people want to announce something to other people. What I mean is, like, I'm my own business.
They seek validation.
I'm in business for myself.
Yeah, just to say
It sounds good to
Yeah.
some people.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what you doing then?
your business is failing. Like,
What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing for your business?
Exactly.
Those, and it's like it's a lot. It's a lot, because I like what you said a little while ago. You said, like, how you kind of created. Like you made, in essence, if I could say it in my own words, like you created your own lane, despite seeing how other people did it. The good and the bad, because you got some people just more so about how they appear, how they look. As opposed to, like, what are you really doing though? Yeah.
No, I agree, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people out there that's like that, like what you said, validation. That's like the worst thing that will actually drag a person down. Yeah. Like they will sit there and post all types of stuff, like content on their social media. They'll sit there and dress a certain way, talk, act a certain, all for somebody to say, hey, you're good enough to be on social media to blow up on social. Nah, you go out there and be your own validation. You don't need validation from no one.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for example, like I'm not gonna wake up one morning and say, yo, like, should I ask somebody if I can eat today? Like I'm gonna go eat. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna do what I want to do, because I go to bed in my own bed at night.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I wake up, from my life, I wake up by myself. I go to sleep by myself. So therefore, I have pretty much trained my mind that, like, I'm gonna do what I want to do regardless, man. And validation is not even in my vocabulary.
It's overrated, right? So go ahead.
But check this out, Noel, and for all of y'all. And this blow, I was just thinking on this on the way to the shop today, that that's an opposite of you.
what do you mean?
Like whatever it is that you go hard for,
Yeah.
or you motivated for, or you're into, there's an extreme of you, the opposite end.
Yeah, let's say
So
somebody.
you gotta understand, that's always gotta be there. That perspective always gotta be there.
Yeah.
So sometimes we get stuck, or get frustrated, or sometimes we're like, yo, why they do that? Because they have to be there.
Yeah.
Like, that in itself gives you the validation. Validation is all around us. But you shouldn't have to look for another person to be the mirror to validate you. Because everybody don't have the same whys.
Mm-hmm.
They're not driven by the same things. There are some people that how you are disciplined,
Yep.
and I got to throw words out, like, because we don't talk enough about that.
Yeah.
The discipline
Absolutely.
to get up, show up, do your part, go home, eat, have sleep that's sweet. Like, wow,
I did something.
Yeah. There are somebody that's happy to wake up and not do nothing.
Yep.
And that's sweet to them. To not do nothing, to not be purposeful, just, that's how this world exists. It
That's crazy
exists
too.
with duality. You can't have one without the other.
I'm gonna be real with you, man. I honestly like whenever I go, like when I go to work, I get so happy when I wake up, and I know it sounds crazy, like what, like I used to dread getting up to go to school. Like I used to get up at 6:30. I'm like, yo, like I gotta see these teachers. I don't care, you know. And now when I go to work, I don't even call it work. I call it my career. I love, but I'll wake up and go to work, look at my schedule, and just say, yo, I'm so thankful because, like 2 years ago, I was looking at my book, and I'm waiting for a walk-in to pop up, and being able to say like I graduated from having zero clientele to having pretty much my weekends literally just full.
Yeah.
To the point where when I go home, I feel good when I go in my bed and go to. I can't go to sleep unless I did something productive with myself. Man.
Hey, you earned that.
I know.
You earned that.
That's all.
But the opportunity was right there for you, and you grabbed a hold of it.
Absolutely.
And did something with it.
I didn't take it for granted.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, so look, this is what we're going to do. We're about to go ahead and wrap it up. What we're going to do, but that question that you have, I want you to go ahead and let everybody know what that, because that's what we're going to answer on the next podcast.
Okay, good stuff.
You know, for the next panel, the next pod, go ahead and put the question out there for me.
Okay, so
matter of fact, hold up. Okay. So before you put that question out there, what I want to do, I want everybody on the panel to go ahead and re-say your whatever IG or whatever social media you have. So if anybody wants to check out anything else that you're doing, they can go ahead and do it. What you got anything, or you don't have nothing?
He got SoundCloud now.
What you got, man?
I got everything.
Still you're a singer. Yeah.
Vasilio Oficial. That's my IG.
Okay.
I don't really post much, unless it's music.
Okay.
But on there, yeah.
That's what's up. All right, that's what's up, man. So that's his IG.
Okay, I got an Instagram. It's
got TikTok, bro.
We out there, boy.
I ain't got the TikTok popping yet, but my Instagram is Gotta Keep Striving. GOTTO. Keep striving. I ain't got a lot up there right now, but I mean, this is where you can find me at. It's up and coming.
Yeah. Mine is BarberPro Draw. So that's my IG. Then also we had the other one based on this podcast is another IG. Think Like a Barber. So anybody y'all want to check out some snippets of this content, like as what we're putting up tonight. Think Like a Barber. It's gonna be some snippets on there. Probably get on TikTok too, right?
Yeah.
I know getting up on there. I see if my girls will tell me how to use that.
You gotta
be in there dancing, bro.
Yeah. All right. So we'll see what we can do, but yeah. So that's where you can find me though. What you got? All
right. So Instagram. I don't really got much like social media wise. Instagram is legend with a period, C, another period, a U, another period, and T. It doesn't stand for nothing.
Y'all wrote that down.
Hey, period.
But I'm gonna tell you something though. On my social media.
But say what it is though.
What Legend Cut?
Yeah, Legend Cut.
Legend Cut, man. Yeah, my Legend Cut. See, I'm gonna be real with you. Like I ain't gonna take up too much time on this one, but that people ask me like Legend Cut. Like what does that even mean? So a lot of people would sit there and be like, oh, I want my stuff to be legendary. Like when I say that, like I want to not only impact my community, but also my generation, because a lot of people in my generation think that we're so, all we want to do is party, get crazy because we're young. But man, you got cats out there that's like me that will sacrifice so much just to be legendary. Mm-hmm. I want to be an OG. You know what I'm saying? I want to have that title.
Yeah. You're gonna be one too. Keep putting that work in.
Absolutely.
All right, Kev, what you got, man, for next episode?
Oh, the question. I thought we was going to be able to get into it, but, for the next segment or podcast is going to be, what was your initial thoughts of barbering? Like, when you was just a fan before you ever picked up a clipper.
Yeah.
Just what your basic thoughts was or your ideas of it before, and now that you've been in it, on the flip side, what are your thoughts now? Or what are, is they still the same, or have they changed now that you've been doing it, actually been doing it a little while and being seasoned? Yeah. Just a few little.
That's all the change.
Just some points on either end, like on your bird's eye view and your inside view.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Got you.
Really good topic. So we're gonna talk about that. I guess the pros and cons, ups and downs, what you didn't know, what you know now.
Yeah.
You know what really shocked you, what surprised you on the side of your team members. You know, or if you got your own suite, whoever has their own suite, just the customers. You know, or you know, just the challenges of running the business. You know, on their own. So. Man, that's gonna be a good one.
I mean, this was dope.
To that one, and also, so before we close it off too, if anybody, man, y'all come out to Virginia Beach, Legacy Sports Barbershop, that's where we all cut at. Also, anybody out here want to go to school, Legacy Barber Academy, any merch, any products that you're looking for,
BarberPro
BarberProEssentials.com. Alright, so we'll see y'all next time, next episode. This is a good episode 1, man.
I'll rock with it.
Alright, that's what's up.
Come on, nice.
Alright, man. See y'all next time.